So apparently Sony is ready to go all out when it comes to the PlayStation 5, and now with this news today, it seems like they're going all in as well. A lot of people were assuming that maybe Sony would go the route that Microsoft was going in terms of, hey, release all your games day and date on PC and do the game streaming stuff on phones and things like that. And I think those things will probably come later on. I don't know so much about the day and date PC stuff, and the reason quite bluntly for that is if you release stuff day and date on PC, you can't really take advantage of the PlayStation 5 features in and of itself, in particular even the hard drive, which those aren't available on the PC yet. There's nothing that even compares to that. So if you have to build, a version for PC as well, it's going to really hamper the PlayStation 5, sort of the way Xbox Series X is hampered by old hardware in PC as well. But this video should be very enlightening. Hopefully we can learn something together, and I'm very excited to start. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that. It really helps out the channel, and it means a lot to me personally. And if you really want to just help me out, the best way you can do that is just to simply like my video. You can also hit the bell so you're notified of everything as soon as it drops. I do daily content, folks. That's something that a lot of people don't do. And, shout out old subscribers, new subscribers, everybody in between. You guys are amazing. I've taken a lot of your criticisms and critiques and adjusting my channel, and it's starting to really kind of show, and that's thanks to you guys, of course. I got fresh new gameplay. I'm recording, literally, I've got thousands of games that I'm in the midst of recording, so you guys always have something fresh to look at. I'm totally unscripted. I heard you guys loud and clear. You're tired of scripted, boring gaming content. Hello, welcome to my channel. Xbox, PlayStation, Phil Spencer said this, and you're tired of monotone people that don't sound like they're happy doing what they're doing. I'm thrilled to be doing this for you guys. I love it. I'm going to be funny. I'm going to be entertaining. It's going to be real. It's going to be raw. I'm going to mess up. I might misspell something. I might misspeak a little bit, but at the end of the day, it's raw and real and unscripted, and you guys seem to love that, and I love doing it for you. So, again, the PlayStation brand has been an incredible powerhouse for many, many years, and it's no real secret that Sony really hasn't figured out how to win each generation. The only generation that they lost, which was the previous generation with the PlayStation 3, they stormed back from millions and millions of consoles behind to overtake the Xbox 360 at the end, and the way that they did it was listening to fans and giving us exclusives after exclusive after exclusive. That's how you win stuff back. The interesting thing was, when this generation started, I went with Xbox One at first because of the exclusives, Killer Instinct, Titanfall, Dead Rising 3, Sunset Overdrive, Quantum Break, all the stuff that they showed off in the original launch of 2013, right? Then they kind of just went away. They literally stopped trying in about 2015. So you sort of started to kind of question it and things like that. At the end of the day, I just feel like Microsoft sort of dropped the ball and kind of let everybody down. But even without that being said, they were never going to be really competitive with Sony in the first place, because Sony always tends to really kind of put their best foot forward, and they've never let down anybody in an entire generation, right? What I mean by that is, every generation that there's been a PlayStation, they've always come out with fantastic games. The same can't be said for Microsoft, because we have this generation as a key example. Without Forza Horizon and Ori 2, they don't have a single game in the 90s in Metacritic. And not just that, because Metacritic isn't like everything, but you don't have those games that people just go, man, I really got to get an Xbox for that, right? Like, Microsoft has made a lot of missteps, and Sony, of course, they don't have to do everything exactly the same, but it is very interesting when you look at how Sony has prepared for the PlayStation 5. Now, here's the thing. If you're looking at the best-selling consoles of all time, okay, the PlayStation 2 is at 155 million units. Now, I've looked at a couple different sources for this, and all of these sources are within a couple million of each other. So we're going to take that as sort of, okay, it's around about this number. So the Nintendo DS, 154 million. Game Boy and Game Boy Color, 118 million. The PlayStation 4, almost at 111 million. The original PlayStation almost at 103 million, the Wii at 102 million, PlayStation 3 at almost 88 million, Xbox 360 at 86 million, Game Boy Advance 81 million, the PSP actually between 80 and 82 million, Nintendo 3DS, almost 62 million. The NES at 62 million. The Nintendo Switch at 56 million. And then they estimate I've seen estimates for Xbox One between 43 and 50 million. So, again, that's like the top 10 best-selling consoles of all time, with PlayStation, of course, at the number 1 spot with the PS2, at the number 4 spot with the PS4, number 5 spot with the number 5 spot with the PlayStation, and number 7 spot with the PlayStation 3. So they're in there in the top 10 with everything they've ever done, even their missteps. Now, why is that interesting? Why is that relevant, CG, right? Well, at the end of the day, it's relevant because this news right here, PS5 shipments to top 120 million in the first 5 years. Okay, so we know that a lot of people are predicting big things coming from the PlayStation 5 and Sony themselves, but the forecast is to ship at least 125 units within the next 5 years, according to this information. As reported by the Digital Times, it is expected that the life cycle for home consoles may be reduced from 6 to 7 years to 5 years, with PS5 shipments expected to hit anywhere between 120 million to 170 million. Think about that. Between 120 and 170 million during the next 5 years. That's compared to the roughly 110 million shipments achieved by the PS4 after its launch in 2013. And then it has been officially reported that Sony has actually bumped up its shipments for the PS5 for 2020 to 10 million units. Obviously, the PS5 is supposed to release this holiday and alongside the Xbox Series X, but there was even more demand for the PlayStation 5 after the botched showcase that Microsoft did. So, again, people were kind of waiting. There was a contingent of gamers that were waiting to see what Microsoft was going to do, and at the end of the day, Microsoft did exactly what they're known for. They kind of botched it and didn't really do a good job showcasing, what they could have done. As far as I'm concerned, if you're going to have a flagship title like Halo Infinite and you're going to showcase it, at least have it look up to par to what people are expecting, instead of just having it look like, a current gen game or whatever. But what do you think about that? Like, think about where 170 million, and I know that's on a high end, but who would have thought that? Because everybody's still thinking that consoles are on the way out and we're going to be streaming here soon. Everybody's going to be streaming, despite the fact that, Stadia has been free for this year and nobody's using it. People are buying consoles in record numbers. xCloud is free and nobody's using it. PlayStation Plus, people are using it, but they're not using it to stream. They're downloading the stuff. It's like nobody really wants to stream, but yet these companies want us all to think that that's the future and that's how we should do things. I actually love the fact that consoles are doing better than ever, and I actually want both the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 and the Switch. I want all these consoles to continue to do extremely well because it bodes well for us as console gamers. I don't want to be a streamer gamer, I don't want to stream games. I don't want that kind of latency, and I don't want to play, like you might want to. I get that because we're all different, and I would never try to make my opinion yours. For myself, though, if I want a handheld, I have a 3DS or Vita or whatever, even a PSP. I've got all that kind of old school stuff too, and if I really wanted to play on those, I would. I don't want to play Halo on a 4-inch screen on my phone with the Xbox controller that I'm lugging around with me. I'm sorry, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to play PlayStation games that way. I love to experience these games the way they're meant to be experienced, man. A big old 4K TV with, the best refresh rate and the least amount of input lag and things like that. That's what I want with stereo headphones or surround sound. That's the way these games are meant to be experienced. I mean, sure, I can watch Star Wars on my phone, but you know what? I'd rather watch it in the theater with that sound and that big screen, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. And at the end of the day, for Sony to be upping production of the PlayStation 5 and to be thinking that they're going to sell up to 170 million in 5 years, that's absolutely incredible. That goes to show you the kind of confidence that they have, and obviously coming off this generation, they're going to have some great IP, some great AAA exclusives, and I think that's very exciting for everybody. That really puts Microsoft in a bad spot because I've long predicted that by the time Microsoft has like AAA games ready to go, they're going to be 60 million behind, right? Like, if you look at things, they're launching Halo Infinite in 2020. Like, a lot of that other stuff that they showed off, the AAAs, the Everwilds, the the Avoweds, those type of Hellblade 2. I don't know if that's AAA or not, but that stuff all looks like it's not coming until 2023. Maybe one of them could be at late 2022, but still, that's 2-3 years away. And Sony looks like they're going to have stuff like Horizon Forbidden West and, Ratchet and Clank and the Spider-Man, and they look like they got a lot better stuff coming, and it's only on PlayStation 5, where Microsoft, unfortunately, they're being hampered completely by old hardware and PC, and their stuff is available on all that stuff, and I think they've got so many targets to hit. Unfortunately, everything just looks totally bland to begin with. So, yeah, that's not good for them. And, again, Sony seems like they're really on pace to break some records here, and I'm excited to see that because it's the same reason everybody should be excited. It's going to be great for console gaming. You should want this to be a success. You should want these consoles to be a success, and it looks like Sony's on the right path. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, @_Crapgamer, Xbox Live, MOH Space Crapgamer, PSN, just Crapgamer, and I try to respond to everybody. So keep that in mind. Stay safe, happy, healthy, and I really do wish you all the best. Have a great day. Rack 'em up. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.